Hello, Earth. Welcome to episode 23 of Making Cell. 23 already. Making Cell is a series of videos where I record myself designing and implementing a programming language and environment called Cell. So if you're just tuning in, I recommend you go and check Cell out at this link that I will paste in the description of the video. And or you can go to video number one and watch a bit where we start. So we are implementing this from scratch and we're going to keep on going. We are actually in the, I think I want to believe we're almost done with this function called the splitter, which basically takes text and breaks it into a number of paths. Paths in the sense of TODIS, which is this treatise that we have right here. I'll just put it in the description for those that haven't seen it yet. And basically this is our substitute for parsing, lexing and parsing really. So that's, I guess, why it's taking a bit of work. It's been quite a few sessions I've been working on this. And yesterday we were debugging a specific, well, sorry, not yesterday, 2 days ago. Yesterday I didn't record. We had an issue here with one of the test cases. So we're just going to run it so we can get our context back. So we had this example that is failing because we have, let me check if it's recording still. Yes, brilliant, thank you. So we are expecting this, and then we obtained, you know what, it would be good to see not just what we obtained or expected, but actually the actual test case, right? Actually, maybe it's not necessary. I can just look at this is what I want. Okay, never mind. So we send this, and the issue is that we get an escape quote in the middle of an element saying trickery basically, but that's not the middle of an element really. So what should happen here when we deal with here when we get this quote here and a new line? So let's just trace that. So we have this debug here that says multi-line and false. Yes, that's because we haven't processed it yet. We see this. Perfect. So what I expected here is that we will go into, well, now it tells me, says debug multi-line false. So this is not happening yet. Yeah, this is what's going to happen. The case where I have a quote, there's no end. In this case, I'm just, oh, I see. This is the case where I just found a quote. A single quote, is it? Yeah, and there's no end to the quotation. So in that case, we push the text to the path, but we also need to yeah, we're dealing with another corner case here, which is what happens when you're closing a multi-line text and then opening another one yet in the same line. But so if that's the case, in any case, this is wrong because if we're here, it means there's no other quote on this line. Therefore, we need to push, well, we push this to the path, and then we need to push the path to the paths outside, because who's going to do it for us if we don't do it? But we cannot push it always because we don't know if wait, we're doing the line here. We're just basically cutting the line, so we can choose something like line is now line to make sure we are there actually. So yeah, so we are there, and then So I think in that case, yeah, this actually worked. So I think I made a big fuss, but this was just fine. The problem is when we're dealing with this one, really. Yeah, the problem is the second case with trickery. So we get this one trickery. We have multi-line mode on, and then oh yeah, I think the issue is when I see a quote here. Am I not properly slicing it here? The quoted says 7. Tricker. It should be tricker E. So there's a bug just with the character. It was something very basic. Sorry about that. So whatever I call here the start is first quote. Really should be more than that. It should be, because in trickery it will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So plus 1. Yeah, I think this regex with the previous character makes it a bit tricky. Actually, I'm not sure. In that case, we now get trickery and the end is 8, which is correct. 0, 1, 2, 3. It's 8 plus 1. Yeah, it's a. Sorry, yeah. 0 plus 8. 8. So now what do we get? So we got an escaped quote in the middle of an element here. Why? Like, what's the line when we're here? And here I am just slicing. So the quoted is. Why am I doing it with start? Should be with end. That's the issue. Should it be end, really? Yeah. And here then I have to basically remove the next space, right? No, I don't have to remove the next space. Do I? Because when I do it normally, I match, yeah, like that. So I think I have to remove 2. Remove the quote and the space after it. We're still in the same error here. This looks correct. Sum to come. Yeah, now this logic is wrong. No, it's not wrong, sorry, it should be okay. The question is why it's not jumping to look at sum now. Maybe I should do it here. Top of while, and what's the line? Okay, so we're at the top of while here. Tag, this is correct. Yeah, this is wrong because I don't have to match the entire thing. I just have to look at the next piece, basically, right? If it starts with a quote, perfect. If it doesn't start with a quote, I just do this, and yes, I just have to do it against the element. This should also be, yeah, these checks, I'm not convinced with them at all, really. But then what I need to look at is here. I would have to look like this. Okay, like this. If the first element is white space, then you have that. And then if the first element has a quote, okay, so not line 0, sorry, element. This is not element 0. Well, actually, yes. This would be contains a space that is not contained within quotes, really. So that would work. And the line has an escaped quote. The validations are done against the element. That's the correct way to do it. An escaped quote. Yeah. You put quotes there. So okay, we're really starting to get there, eh? We got the multi-line trickery, albeit we have this quote here we should have chopped off. And then sum 2, and then also this quote. I'm basically not chopping off the first quote when I get one of those. So where is that? If there's a I think what comes in the dequoter yes, this one. No, none of those. It's this one, sorry. Yeah, multi-line. The text should not be returned like that. When you're not inside, I'm matching from this is just wrong, because here what's tripping me off here is that I don't really understand the index, why I have to do a +1 on the index. I think that already removes a lot of confidence from me here. So I have the unscope quote regex. Okay, I got that. So let's just do it like this. So I know if I have I guess that's only for the case where the quote is not the first element. For the other one, the first quote is 0. It's at 0. But here I cannot slice from 0. I have to slice from 1. The text here is slice from first quote +1 to, is it last second quote, and then we need to escape the stuff in the middle, the escape quotes. Yeah. +1 there. Nope. That's what happens when you don't understand what you're doing. Yeah, started late and I'm tired. This is not gonna be the best session. Yeah. I pretty much need to test this the quarter. Yeah, let's just write a couple of test cases for the quarter. I just don't like to how to put it outside of the function. It annoys me to test it, but maybe I can do something intermediate for now. But basically it would be like if I give you like this, if I go with this, it would be I give you inside the multi-line text, or should I say is false, and then I give you this. I expect you to give me start 0, the start being the first quote really, and then actually I could just call it first quote, second quote, like I do inside. That's a better name. And then the text would be, actually I'm never going to give you that. I'm going to give you this. That's just another case. That's going to give you start is 0, end is, there's no end because there's no second quote, so let's just do it like this, first quote, and then the text is going to be multi-line, just like that. and then, sorry, with the new line, no, because the new line is never there, because I split by new lines outside, so it's not there. So let's not test case things that will never be the case. Now for a multi-line true, then we're going to have a trickery and a quote here. This is actually very helpful what I'm doing, at least to me. So I want you to tell me the first quote is 1, 2. So the trickery is 8 letters, but we're 0 indexed, so it's going to be 8. The first quote is at 8, and the text is trickery. That's what I want. And then I want to, well, with comma animal it's going to be the exact same thing. Okay, I'm going to continue tomorrow, but this tells me we're pretty close. Thank you for watching. Have a good one.